This video is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, ASE. It is created solely for educational purposes to help viewers expand their automotive knowledge and prepare for ASE-style topics. For official information, study materials, and certification details, please refer directly to ASE.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really helpful lined up for you. 50 practice multiple-choice questions to test your knowledge and help you study smarter. Whether you're brushing up for an exam, preparing for a certification, or just wanting to strengthen your automotive skills, this video is designed to guide you step by step. Grab a notebook, follow along, and see how many you can get right. Let's dive in and start learning together. 1. A vehicle has a rough idle but smooths out at higher RPM. Which is the most likely cause? A. Faulty MAP sensor. B. Vacuum leak. C. Weak ignition coil. D. Sticking EGR valve. The answer is B. Vacuum leak. Explanation. A vacuum leak causes a lean mixture that's most noticeable at idle. At higher RPMs, the effect is less noticeable because more fuel airflow masks the leak. 2. A stored code P0304 indicates A. Camshaft position sensor fault. B. Cylinder number 4 misfire. C. Crankshaft sensor circuit failure. D. Evaporative emission leak. The answer is B. Cylinder number 4 misfire. Explanation. P0304 specifically refers to a misfire detected on cylinder number 4 by the PCM through crankshaft speed variations. 3. Which component monitors oxygen content in the exhaust before the catalytic converter? A. MAF sensor. B. Upstream O2 sensor. C. Downstream O2 sensor. D. EGR valve. The answer is B. Upstream O2 sensor. Explanation. The upstream O2 sensor measures oxygen before the catalytic converter to adjust the fuel trim. 4. A vehicle shows black smoke from the exhaust. Which condition is most likely? A. Lean fuel mixture. B. Excess fuel delivery. C. Vacuum leak. D. Restricted EGR. The answer is B. Excess fuel delivery. Explanation. Black smoke indicates a rich mixture, usually from excessive fuel or poor air intake. 5. A restricted catalytic converter will most likely cause A. High idle. B. Lack of power under load. C. Misfire at idle. D. Coolant loss. The answer is B. Lack of power under load. Explanation. A plugged catalytic converter restricts exhaust flow, reducing power, especially during acceleration. 6. Which fuel system uses a pressure regulator on the fuel rail with a vacuum hose? A. Returnless system. B. Mechanical carburetor. C. Return-type system. D. Direct injection. Answer: C. Return-type system. Explanation. Return-type systems regulate pressure at the rail with a vacuum-referenced regulator and return excess fuel to the tank. 7. A failing crankshaft position sensor most often causes A. No start condition. B. Rich fuel mixture. C. High idle. D. Rough idle only. Answer: A. No start condition. Explanation. Without a crank sensor signal, the PCM cannot determine engine speed or position, preventing spark and injector timing. 8. A technician measures low fuel pressure. Which is the most likely cause? A. Stuck open injector. B. Failing fuel pump. C. Clogged PCV valve. D. Vacuum leak. Answer: B. Failing fuel pump. Explanation. Low fuel pressure is often due to a weak pump or clogged filter. 9. A vehicle's MIL is on with code P0171. This indicates A. Cylinder misfire, B. System too lean, bank 1, C. System too rich, bank 2, D. Throttle position sensor fault. Answer B. System too lean, bank 1. Explanation. P0171 means the PCM detected a lean condition on bank 1. 10. What happens if the EGR valve is stuck open at idle? A. Rough idle or stalling, B. High idle, C. Knock or ping, D. Black smoke. Answer A. Rough idle or stalling. Explanation. EGR flow at idle dilutes the air-fuel mixture, causing unstable combustion and rough running. 11. A vehicle fails an emissions test due to high NOx levels. Which is most likely the cause? A. Rich fuel mixture, B. EGR not functioning, C. Faulty MAF sensor, or D. Catalytic converter restriction. Answer B. EGR not functioning. Explanation. The EGR lowers combustion temperatures. Without it, higher temps create excess NOx emissions. 12. What does the downstream O2 sensor primarily monitor? A. Air-fuel mixture, B. Catalytic converter efficiency, C. Ignition timing, or D. Exhaust back pressure. Answer B. Catalytic converter efficiency. Explanation. The downstream O2 sensor monitors oxygen levels after the CAT to evaluate its performance. 13. A clogged PCV valve is most likely to cause A. Rough idle and oil leaks, B. Rich fuel mixture, C. Black smoke, or D. High idle speed. Answer A. Rough idle and oil leaks. Explanation. A clogged PCV valve builds crankcase pressure, leading to leaks and unstable idle. 14. Which sensor provides the PCM with airflow entering the engine? A. TPS, B. MAF, C. MAP, or D. O2? Answer B. MAF. Explanation. The mass airflow sensor measures incoming air for fuel calculation. 15. Which sensor determines load in a speed density system? A. MAP sensor, B. MAF sensor, C. TPS, or D. NOx sensor? Answer A. MAP sensor. Explanation. In speed density systems, the PCM uses MAP, RPM, and temperature to calculate airflow. 16. A vehicle has hesitation on acceleration. A vacuum gauge shows a steady low reading. Cause: A. Worn piston rings, B. Valve timing off, C. Exhaust restriction, D. Vacuum leak. Answer D. Vacuum leak. Explanation. Low steady vacuum often indicates an intake leak. 17. A misfire occurs under load but not at idle. What is most likely? A. Weak ignition coil, B. Faulty IAC valve, C. Vacuum leak, D. PCV stuck closed. Answer A. Weak ignition coil. Explanation. A weak coil often fails under high cylinder pressures, acceleration. 18. Which test best checks for a restricted exhaust system? A. Compression test, B. Manifold vacuum test under load, C. Cylinder balance test, D. Cranking voltage test. Answer: B. Manifold vacuum test under load. Explanation: vacuum that drops towards zero under load suggests a plugged exhaust system. 19. Which scan tool data parameter indicates short-term adjustments to fuel mixture? A. LTFT. B. STFT. C. TPS. D. MAP. Answer: B. STFT. Explanation: short-term fuel trim, STFT, shows immediate corrections. LTFT shows learned adjustments. 20. An OBD II readiness monitor shows not ready. What does this mean? A. Faulty sensor. B. Drive cycle incomplete. C. MIL burnt out. D. Catalytic converter failed. Answer: B. Drive cycle incomplete. Explanation: a not-ready monitor means the system hasn't completed required self-tests. 21. Which component prevents fuel vapor from escaping into the atmosphere? A. PCV system. B. EVAP system. C. EGR system. Or D. Secondary air system. The answer is B. EVAP system. Explanation: EVAP captures vapors and routes them to the intake to prevent emissions. 22. A clogged fuel injector will cause A. Rich condition, B. Lean misfire, C. High fuel pressure, or D. Black smoke. The answer is B. Lean misfire. Explanation: a clogged injector limits fuel flow, creating a lean mixture in that cylinder. 23. An ignition misfire most often results in A. High NOx emissions, B. High HC emissions, C. High CO emissions, or D. Low O2 levels. The answer is B. High HC emissions. Explanation: unburned fuel, misfire, increases hydrocarbon emissions. 24. A throttle position sensor, or TPS, that is stuck at a high voltage will cause A. Rich mixture, hesitation, B. Lean mixture, stalling, C. Misfire under load, or D. Excessive NOx. The answer is A. Rich mixture, hesitation. Explanation: a high TPS signal falsely indicates acceleration, causing extra fuel. 25. Which sensor helps control spark advance by detecting detonation? A. Crankshaft sensor. B. Camshaft sensor. C. NOx sensor. Or D. MAP sensor. The answer is C. NOx sensor. Explanation: the NOx sensor detects vibration from detonation, allowing PCM to retard timing. 26. What does a wideband O2 sensor measure? A. AFR over a broad range. B. Only rich or lean switching. C. Exhaust back pressure. D. EGR flow. Answer: A. AFR over a broad range. Explanation: wideband O2 sensors provide accurate air-fuel ratio readings beyond rich-lean switching. 27. A leaking intake manifold gasket on one side of a V6 will cause A. Rich mixture on that bank, B. Lean mixture on that bank, C. Both banks lean, D. Both banks rich. Answer: B. Lean mixture on that bank. Explanation: the gasket leak introduces extra air to that bank only, causing lean readings. 28. A catalytic converter that is overheating is most likely due to A. Lean mixture, B. Excess unburned fuel, C. PCV system leak, D. EGR failure. Answer: B. Excess unburned fuel. Explanation: unburned fuel entering the converter ignites, overheating the substrate. 29. Which component determines fuel pump operation time during startup? A. Crankshaft sensor, B. PCM, C. Fuel pump relay, D. Ignition switch. Answer B. PCM. Explanation: the PCM activates the relay for a few seconds at key on, then waits for crank signal. 30. A vehicle surges at cruise speed. Which is most likely? A. Lean mixture, B. Stuck EGR, C. Bad map sensor, D. Weak spark plug. Answer A. Lean mixture. Explanation: surging at steady cruise is a common symptom of a lean fuel condition.
31. What is the purpose of the IAC valve? A. Increase injector pulse width. B. Control idle airflow. C. Retard spark timing. D. Measure throttle angle. Answer B. Control idle airflow. Explanation: the idle air control valve adjusts airflow bypassing the throttle plate. 32. A misfire code appears only on one cylinder. Compression and spark are good. Cause: A. Bad fuel injector. B. Weak ignition coil. C. Exhaust leak. D. Map sensor. Answer A. Bad fuel injector. Explanation: if spark and compression are good, fuel delivery to that cylinder is suspect. 33. A lean condition on both banks is most likely due to A. Vacuum leak, B. Clogged injector, C. Faulty O2 sensor, D. Bad ignition coil. Answer A. Vacuum leak. Explanation: a central vacuum leak affects both banks equally. 34. A vehicle with electronic throttle control has limited acceleration. This is A. Limp mode, B. Knock retard, C. Rich condition, D. Idle relearn. Answer A. Limp mode. Explanation: ETC systems reduce throttle opening during faults. Limp mode. 35. A failed purge solenoid in the evap system will cause A. High NOx emissions, B. Rich condition at idle, C. Low fuel pressure, D. Lean condition. Answer B. Rich condition at idle. Explanation: if stuck open, fuel vapors enter the intake at idle, enriching the mixture. 36. What is the most accurate test for injector balance? A. Resistance test. B. Voltage drop. C. Pressure drop test. D. Noid light. Answer C. Pressure drop test. Explanation: measuring fuel pressure drop when each injector fires shows true flow rate. 37. What is the PCM strategy when the O2 sensor fails? A. Open loop operation. B. Rich bias. C. Lean bias. D. Engine shutdown. Answer A. Open loop operation. Explanation: with no O2 feedback, the PCM uses preset fuel values. Open loop. 38. A spark plug with white deposits and eroded electrode indicates A. Lean mixture, B. Rich mixture, C. Oil consumption, D. Coolant leak. Answer A. Lean mixture. Explanation: white deposits and overheating wear show lean combustion. 39. A stuck closed thermostat will cause A. Engine overheating, B. Slow warm-up, C. low NOx emissions. D. High HC emissions. Answer: A. Engine overheating. Explanation: closed thermostat prevents coolant circulation causing overheating. 40. The camshaft position sensor signal is most important for A. Spark advance. B. Sequential fuel injection. C. Idle control. D. Knock detection. Answer: B. Sequential fuel injection. Explanation: the cam sensor tells the PCM which cylinder is on compression for injector timing.
41. Which sensor input is most critical for cold start enrichment? A. MAF. B. IAT. C. ECT. Or D. TPS. Answer: C. ECT. Explanation: the engine coolant temperature sensor determines fuel enrichment on cold start. 42. If LTFT is consistently at plus 20%, this indicates A. Rich condition. B. Lean condition. C. Normal operation. Or D. Faulty PCM. Answer: B. Lean condition. Positive LTFT values show PCM is adding fuel to correct a lean mixture. 43. A faulty ignition module may cause A. High idle. B. No spark condition. C. Low fuel pressure. Or D. Rich mixture. Answer: B. No spark condition. Explanation: the ignition module triggers coil firing. Failure results in no spark. 44. A plugged air filter typically causes A. Lean condition. B. Rich condition. C. High NOx. Or D. Misfire only. Answer: B. Rich condition. Explanation: restricted airflow reduces oxygen, causing excess fuel delivery. 45. A customer reports pinging under load. Which is most likely? A. EGR not working. B. Rich mixture. C. High fuel pressure. Or D. NOx sensor too sensitive. Answer: A. EGR not working. Explanation: EGR prevents pinging by lowering combustion temps.
46. What does Mode 6 data show? A. Stored DTCs. B. Test results of monitored components. C. Freeze frame data. Or D. Fuel trims. Answer: B. Test results of monitored components. Explanation: Mode 6 provides raw test results for OBD II monitors before they set a DTC. 47. Which emission is created by incomplete combustion? A. CO. B. NOx. C. O2. Or D. CO2. Answer: A. CO. Explanation: carbon monoxide forms when fuel doesn't fully burn due to rich mixtures. 48. Which diagnostic tool is used to check secondary ignition waveforms? A. Scan tool. B. DVOM. C. Oscilloscope. Or D. Noid light. Answer: C. Oscilloscope. Explanation: scopes graph voltage patterns to analyze ignition events. 49. A vehicle with DIS has no spark on two paired cylinders. Cause: A. Faulty coil pack. B. Crank sensor failure. C. PCM failure. Or D. Plug wires swapped. Answer: A. Faulty coil pack. Explanation: each coil in DIS fires two cylinders. A bad coil kills both. 50. During a cylinder balance test, one cylinder shows no RPM drop. Cause: A. Lean mixture in that cylinder. B. Normal operation. C. Weak ignition or no fuel. Or D. Low oil pressure. Answer: C.
weak ignition or no fuel. Explanation: a cylinder that doesn't drop RPM when disabled wasn't contributing power. Thanks so much for studying with us today. I hope these practice questions helped boost your confidence and sharpen your skills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next study session. You can click the links on screen right now to watch another study video and keep your learning going. I'll see you over there.